Hi guys, welcome to a very special episode of the Haunted Scouse. Literally, I know last week or last time we said the Rally was the one you've all been asking us for. Well, for the next episode we've gone one better. Where are we, mate?
Unbelievably, we're finally at Newsham Park. So we've just done the tour. We just had a little look around, and we are with the fantastic Haunted Happenings team tonight, aren't we?
We are. So what I'll do, guys, right below here now, there'll be the link to Haunted Happenings and it'll be in the description as well. Get yourselves over there, guys. Honestly, some of the locations they've got throughout the UK are absolutely superb. But we're going to crack on this one because,
Yeah, I mean, where else would you want to be on a night like this? This is a Grade 2 Victorian building that's been around for about 100 odd years, and there's so many different stories and aspects to it, and we just really want to get going on this. So
yeah, exactly. You've heard all the stories, you've seen all the videos, you've asked us to do it. Let's see what Haunted Scouse get at Newsham Park Hospital. Come on. Cable loose on it. Oh, the cable's snapped. Bastard. Right, let me go and get another one. Right, let me leave that just shut. Right, let me leave that just shut. Not spooky shot there.
There it is. Happy days. So we've got perfect night vision now. So yeah, how Newsham Park, how you feeling, mate?
I know, wow, it's just mad. I mean, again, you know, guys, this is thanks to your support that we owe through the funding and everything. So if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button if things like this are not worth subscribing for, and also consider the channel membership as little as $2.99 a month. You know, but that's what gets us in places like this. So yeah, your support is being rewarded once more, guys. This is just. It's fantastic.
Yeah, I think enough talk now, and we better start investigating the place. We've got a lot to explore tonight.
Exactly. Time limit, which is always good for us, so come on.
Yeah, I think that's much creepier now. Yeah. So the first part of the building that we're going to explore is G Wing, and obviously, even now walking through two doors, the atmosphere has just changed completely, especially since we've got this thing behind us, haven't we? Yeah. I'll just pan the camera around and I'll let you sort of explain what is actually in the middle of this room, mate.
So, what we're looking at here, guys, and we put cat balls on it, which I'm standing back from the trolley. This is actually one of the trolleys that was left when Newsham Park Hospital was abandoned by the services, the NHS, if you like. Everything, like a lot of these abandoned places, everything got left. So, you know, wheelchairs that you've seen through there in the other room, this bed is actually still got the imprint of potentially bodies on it. You know,
try and get that shot there. You can sort of see there where a head outline is, and
so no, I think what we're going to do, let's go straight in with the nest box tonight, because as I say, guys, good for us. We're on a time constraint, so that's it. Like Antwerp Mansion, you haven't seen it yet, but we got some amazing results because we were like that all night. Is there anyone here that is now? Are there any spirits here? Any children?
It sounded like a there, and obviously a lot of experimental stuff went on here, didn't it?
Yeah. Anybody here who wants to come through, speak to us, now's your chance. Were you here? Hi. Can you feel pressure, pain, pressure and pain? Did people hurt you here? Walking through. Are you walking through here? By the kitchen. Is there a kitchen?
I don't know what's through the day bit. You'd think possibly there's a bit of equipment in there. Through the doors there might be a bit of a kitchen bit.
Should we try in this room?
Possibly. If there is anyone here who wants to talk to us, can you possibly try and make one of the devices go off that's on the table? Or maybe you can try and move something. Give us your name. Shouting to get through there.
Yeah, like that was real effort, wasn't it? Are there any staff who used to work here? No one can hurt you anymore. Please come and speak to us. Any children here, don't be afraid. The doctors can't hurt you anymore. The staff can't hurt you anymore. Please come through and speak to us.
Sound like cruel, maybe?
Yeah.
Electric.
Wow, well, let's walk in here then. Are you in here?
Oh, really cold chill.
What's that? That's electric.
It is, yeah. Look. 4-shot wave unit.
Are you in here? Did this machine hurt you? Dark voice, isn't it? I see. How many of us are there? Two.
That was clear.
Friends, yes, we're all friends.
You have to tell us what happened behind us on the staircase.
Who was attacked?
It's dark.
Children. How many children? Come on, children, if you are here, don't be afraid. My name's Chris, this is Adam. We don't work here, we don't mean you any harm. What we'll do, we'll put another device on as we walk through. Got words in. Maybe you can follow us. Would you like that?
Again, it's mad when you turn the device off, isn't it? There's so much noise being pumped through the building, and then it slowly starts to settle, and this is when we saw the fine and stuff does start happening. But yeah, interesting, and especially since walking in here, it was definitely clear electric.
Yeah.
Was one of the clearest words to click.
Electrotherapy, isn't it?
Yeah, so obviously, and then I think when we came in here, it did start to, it was a lot of darker, like sharper voices.
As in, you know, someone who was attached to this thing that did unspeakable things. I mean, that's this technology. You know, it was just ridiculous what they thought was gonna cure people with autism, mental disabilities, and you know, they thought they could fix them.
It's so invasive, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's just more, it gets that sort of the darker sort of, you know, fantasies of strange men really, and women who'd like kind of go one further, and they got, you know, ice picks through the eyelids and stuff, and lobotomies, and just really horrible, dark, experimental stuff. And but yeah, anyway, good start. So we'll move back through the main.
You'll see behind us, guys, that are, you know, we are part of a, as we said, a haunted happenings night here tonight. So we've been given permission to go in areas whilst they're walking around. So I think we'll slip out before someone looks through the window and has a heart attack.
God,
sorry, mate. That's my fault.
That must just be neat. Dark there, like. So we've just come through from the middle room into this part now. Now this was sort of used as the sort of family area and the gathering area where obviously visitors would come and see sort of their loved ones. We've completely littered the room with cat balls in pretty much every sort of doorway and every place kind of possible. So hopefully, if there is somebody or anybody in here who does want to come and talk to us, you might sort of give us a possible direction that they're in. We'll also try and run on the spirit talker as well, and we'll get that going, see if we can maybe pick up on some names related to the building as well. So I'm going to plonk this on now, I'm going to pop it on the table over here, and then we'll just sort of see what happens. So if there is anybody here in this room or even in the building who wants to come and maybe talk to us, there's a device on the table that you can use and choose a word, and we can perhaps have a conversation.
Raymond.
Interesting, I'm sure. Sort of like where it came up and not came out, and I just went over to check the volume. Okay, interesting though, we got a name straight away.
Yeah.
It's not very often that does happen straight away. I did ask for a name, so.
In a place where we actually genuinely want plenty of names.
Yeah. Okay, so Raymond, if you are here, my name's Adam, this is Chris.
Hi.
We don't mean you any harm, any disrespect. we're obviously just here to explore and to look around and possibly maybe tell your story. So, is there something that you want to tell us or maybe show us? If you can do that now by maybe choosing another word from the device or possibly using one of the devices that's on the floor. Looking around thinking of something.
Bernadette.
Another name.
Another name.
Which, as I've just said, that's what we expect in here.
Okay, so Raymond or Bernadette, maybe you were a patient here. Or perhaps this, you were a child, maybe, because this was an orphanage at some point too. Which is just interesting on that. I mean, the name of the road we're on is Orphan Drive, isn't it? Which I think doesn't really have the best connotation to the building. I again, I would like to dig around on the history aspect of it, but you just sort of think, what a bit harsh really, isn't it? You know, considering there's a lot of orphan children here, was it just that kind of, well, that's where the orphans are kept and that's sort of where we're going to name the road sort of thing? Or,
exactly.
but you think now that it's just a bit, you know, not really in good taste, is it? But yeah, if you are maybe a child, there's a lot of stuff on the floor. Dark.
Well, I was just about to say, these rooms, I'll just point the camera in. And it is starting to get dark now, guys.
I think I mean, with one sort of thing where we are going to go a little bit later, which is towards the top bit of the building, you would possibly maybe associate a child's name with maybe that word as well, because where they were sort of kept. And,
Exactly.
So maybe, I don't know, it could be a child spirit maybe on the ground level, maybe come and talk to us as we move through. But if there is anybody else who just wants to struggle.
Well,
Again,
that's why they were here. Yeah.
Such a relevant word. Thank you. And obviously, we're not here to harm you in any way, shape or form. We're just here to have a conversation with you and sort of find out what happened. So possibly there was some sort of struggle, or maybe somebody who worked here did something to you. You could argue there's a lot of medical professionals here.
Be fearful.
Be fearful.
Now, the thing is, be fearful is a double-folded thing. Is that somebody warning us? Or is that somebody trying to tell us that's what it was like to be here?
Yeah. Because I was just saying with the sort of doctors and things, it gets to a point, it probably, you know, didn't mean to, you know, go that far and kill patients and individuals, but it happened, and I don't know, they must have known sort of the risks that would happen with some of these procedures. And
well, that machine next door we've just started off with, you know, electrotherapy.
Well, I mean, wow, be fearful. So, is there somebody who doesn't want us here? If there is, perhaps you can maybe give us a sign. You try and make a noise.
Unknown.
Oh no. Again, you've got like for me, it's just that there's either a number of people, or there's definitely at least two different people there maybe interacting with that, with someone who's trying to say they were maybe, you know, to be fearful of me, and then the others sort of maybe trying to say it was him he killed, and you know, I don't know who it is. It's just it's one of the
well, even the unknown. I mean, a lot of the kids that ended up here, maybe they didn't have a surname.
Possibly.
Maybe they didn't know. They just sadly. Back then, especially if the parents were working at sea, literally, if the father was away at sea, he might never come back, and if the mother fell into destitution,
Paranormal.
oh, okay, don't think we've ever had that before. No,
Okay.
about time, like.
How long have we been doing this? We've never had the way what we actually do.
It's outside. So that's where we're going now, guys, up there. Hey. Fucking state of that. There's your thumbnail right there. Oh my god. That's the sign, mate.
Okay, so we've come all the way up to the top floor now and we're on the psych ward.
Yeah, this is as high in the building as we can go, guys, and though it's called the psych ward, during the tour earlier on we were told this is where a lot of the children slept.
Yeah.
And we're hoping that maybe we'll get, I think it's probably a good idea to try the spirit talker again, because we got some interaction. This would hopefully be a happier area for the kids, because I mean the couple of hours sleep that they were allowed to get was probably the only peaceful time that they had.
And you think if there was any sort of enjoyment that a child would have, there probably would be sort of here socialising, and
Yeah.
it's just it's a very, very different feel from down on the bottom, obviously walking up the enormous amounts of steps. So if anything, you know, we're keeping fit.
Yeah.
But, yeah, we've littered the room with cat balls, and I think just sort of putting the spirit talker on, sitting down, calling out might be sort of the way forward on this one.
Yeah.
We've got the K2.
That was my feet
as well.
Yeah, K2 there.
So yeah, hopefully we'll get some sort of interaction.
Yeah, as Adam said, guys, I think this is one tonight where using the S-Box to start off with in that room seemed to work well, but I think for the kids, just talking to them and listening is what children need sometimes, not too much noise.
It's obviously, again, it's quite difficult that, you know, we've got a lot of different things happened in this building over a lot of different, you know, the period of time the building's been here, so it could maybe jump from possibly orphanage side of it to the hospital side of it to other bits as well, or, you know, it's just difficult, but we'll kind of just go with whatever we get.
Yeah.
So we'll put the spirit talker back on and let's get going. So my name's Adam.
I'm Chris.
We don't mean you any harm or any disrespect. We're just here to have a conversation with you and sort of find out what happened or what your story is. How are you still associated to the building? Why are you still here?
Maybe you could stop me when I get to where you used to sleep. I hope it wasn't you whose neck was hurt.
I'm agitated.
Okay. So why are you agitated? Are we talking to somebody who's not a child? Are we talking to one of the members of staff? We're not children, you don't scare us. If you think you can scare us, move something and make a noise.
It's me.
It's me. Okay, well, what's your name? Speak to us, don't hide in the shadows.
Just off, I mean, before that, and we can use this if you want, but just before you spoke, before the it's me bit and that, I thought I heard footsteps or knocking from behind you, because then I thought it might be someone moving through, but...
We're at this point, it's nobody else is here, is
Joan.
there?
Joan. What's off through there? Is that the back through to the corridor? It is, isn't it?
Stairs. path.
All right. I mean, it was more just to, to shout it on camera, to be honest. I mean, it might be nothing, but yeah, it just sounded like it. But then obviously you started talking again, so I didn't quite sort of hear it, but something maybe to worth listening back to.
Can you tell us what happened in this room?
Pain.
Wow.
Pain. Okay. Who was it that caused you pain?
That's the problem with having so much kit now.
Again, Adam's just showing you again what you can do. If there are any children here, hello.
Right, now obviously, just to show you where I am, I'm nowhere near that, and
I'm all the way over here. Wow, it's still going. Okay, thank you. So is that you? Are you learning how to?
Upset me.
oh, okay.
So we've had I'm agitated and upset me.
We had fear me as well, or what was it?
It was I'm agitated.
What was downstairs though when we were be fearful? That was it.
Fearful, yeah.
There's a lot of dart. Right.
Okay.
Yeah. You try and step away from.
Sarah.
So again, we're getting names. I mean, I'll make sure to give that a wide berth around there.
Yeah.
But as I'm walking through now, if this is you, Sarah or John, walk with me. Please don't be afraid anymore.
Prisoner.
Prisoner. Maybe that's what it felt like. Is that how it felt to be here? Because you couldn't leave?
Yeah.
You know, now you're in the spirit world, you don't have to stay here. Sadly, you can't leave with us, but you are allowed to leave. You can go through any door.
Is this a female that we are talking to? Maybe try. Yes. Okay. That was instantaneous as well. Thank you.
Worried.
Okay. There's no reason to be worried. Is this a child that we're talking to? So possibly a female child? I mean, interesting. It stopped, but the last word was worried, wasn't it?
Worried.
And clearly someone's not happy
It's like
that
there's
we're...
somebody else following us around as well, isn't it? And what I'll do, I'll pick up the key too. Let's just see.
Alice.
Alice.
Well, another female name.
I'm keeping these apart purposely, guys, so no one can say if the phone goes off and interfere, okay? There's a little burst of energy. There's a little burst of energy around.
But again, interestingly, that has stopped. So it was stop start, but quite responsive. But now it's
Feel.
Feel, okay. What is it that you feel? Do you feel sad?
wow. Again, you slowly start to see that the building's waking up. The more that we're walking around, and the more we're communicating. And
I'm the same as you, mate. I just
seeing things as well.
yeah.
It's, I mean, a lot of activity starting to build, especially in here.
I think the movement of everyone else in different areas as well, guys, is potentially ramping up the energy in the building.
Yeah.
It's bringing it to life because literally we've come in, sat in one room, had the tour, and then they've allowed us to go off. But everybody else moving around now and potentially waking up the spirits. the spirits who've resided here will be, okay, I'm going up there, they might want peace and quiet, they've come up here and that's why they're upset and agitated.
I mean, we're getting a lot of that, but you can tell the sort of the negative, oppressive energy is very, very eager to make themselves known, that kind of, you know, I am not happy, I'm upset, and, you know, you need to be worried and fearful.
Yeah.
Obviously that's building, and the places that we've got to go next are, you know, pretty more intense. We've sort of started off quite lightly here, haven't we, with the nicer parts of the building, but where we're going to next is not very nice, is it?
Yeah.
Only this spooky ass corridor. Try and get an obligatory. Flashy bag. Mr. Tumble's flashy bag over here. Okay, so we've come down into the depths of Newsham Park now, into what's known as the laundry room.
Yeah, exactly. We've got, straight away, we've set up a K2 on the table there, and also there's a cat ball on there as well. Now we're surrounded, if Adam pans it around, by the lockers of basically the people that used to work here. I would assume this was the lockers for them. So there's a lot of names on here as well.
Again, this is sort of the part where it's been reported there's a lot of sort of negative kind of energy, and the staff that worked there really didn't like being down there. So
you might hear some noise up above us, guys. We're right underneath the base room for tonight, so that's why we're using the kit that lights up. You know, at least then we can't say anybody else has interfered with it. If there is anybody in here with us, maybe you can come and pull a chair up at the table. Maybe you could slam one of the doors on the lockers. If the spirit who seems pretty angry that's been with us tonight is here with us. K2, come on,
yeah.
if you are here, then come towards us. We're not afraid of you. Maybe that's what you like to do, is intimidate. You don't intimidate us.
Probably didn't get that on camera, but obviously I could see it flashing, or it's at least having a go.
At the point of calling out the spirit, guys, that's when we started to get a little bit of K2 movement. Again, there we go. Thank you. So if you go closer to it, pull up a chair right at the table. It won't harm you, it just lets us know that you're near. It lights all the way up to red if you let it.
Or maybe try and light the device up that's next to it. So again, because this building is so huge and so vast, there's so many different little rooms and little nukes, as Chris would say there, and he's to sort of explore. So we've just moved.
K2.
It was flashing then, wasn't it?
It was flashing.
That's why I just turned around, because something's...
Well, I'll change the angle, mate, so I've got you in the shot. So,
yeah. But yeah, sorry, what I was just saying, because it's so vast and large down here, again, there's so many different little rooms, and we've just sort of picked this one as well. Again, just a sort of bit of a weird feel, vibe to it, so we'll probably just spend again 5-10 minutes in here, just sort of clawing out, but again, straight away with some activity on the K2, so possibly try and focus maybe around here, bit of... There's a cat ball in the bag.
That's a cat ball in the bag, yeah. Now, stopped now, but I've got a bag of cat balls literally in the bag, guys, and I'm going to take them out and put them on there then, because clearly
we've been in here, obviously we're setting up on camera, we've been in here setting up for like, you know, a good 3-4 minutes and the bag's been down, hasn't it? So
Yeah.
nothing's sort of been near that, but we'll hopefully just wait for that to settle and then, yeah, but interesting already, we've got a lot of, still going, a lot of, yeah, here we go, so it's settled down now. Okay, so if there is anybody down here with us who'd like to maybe make contact, who'd like to come and talk to us, perhaps you can maybe make one of the devices light up in the room, or maybe give us your name, speak, make a noise. So, my name's Adam, this is Chris.
Hi.
We don't mean you any harm. We don't mean you any disrespect. We're just here to explore the building. Perhaps you used to work here. And this is one of the rooms that you used to perhaps perform your duties in. Perhaps maybe try and make a noise. Or maybe make the device on the chair light up. You know you've done it before.
There's some devices on other chairs as well. Maybe you can make them light up. Or if you come into the room, maybe you can show yourself as a light. That actually sounds like something's moving, that bag with the cat balls in.
I mean, my feet are plonked on the floor.
No, that was definitely over there, towards that chair.
If that was you, perhaps you can come a little bit closer.
Yeah. Must be able to hear that.
I heard something faint.
Can you do that again, please?
What was the sound you heard?
It sounded like the bag with the cat balls in was moving. It's almost like I've caught it. It's almost like I've heard it. Pointed out that I've heard it. And it's gone, ooh, step back.
Obviously, I wasn't pointing the car
Yeah,
out. There
the
was
car right on
a
the
slight possible tap before that. Or if you want us maybe to leave you in peace, can you try and make one of the devices light up for us, and we'll go.
It's like as soon as I called it out for trying to go into that bag, then it's scarpered. It creeps.
Legs in the shadow.
Yeah, exactly. And the minute you kind of go, I know where you are,
Yeah.
it's like, right, okay, I'm going to move then. Oh, fuck me.
What?
Like someone touched the back of my head. felt like something just touched the back of just touched my hair. Not in a nasty way at all, just a...
I can't help but laugh because you said touch your hair. I was like, what hair have you got? Sorry, just can't help but crack
behind the camera, by the way.
Can't help but crack a smile.
We're getting little spikes of activity, guys, little spikes. But I mean, that's more than any we get on any given investigation. So we're getting something which is, it's following us around.
Mm.
But yeah, let's go and see what the next area has to offer.
So, do you want me to just knock this off and go, look at that, that's just a brilliant shot, that. Shit. Get out wheelchair. Yeah. Did we go up the stairs in this bit?
We came down.
We came down the stairs.
Hello?
Oh, sorry, there's some people in here. I'll knock that
It's
off.
alright.
Sorry.
It's more a case of so you don't shit your pants when we walk past or we walk past as well.
We've got night vision on this, yeah?
Yeah, 100%. Let's just do a good old fashioned. We've got 5 minutes, so night vision, both of us in it. Nothing, just call out and listen. There's no point getting any kit out. Yeah, we may as well take a seat, mate. So guys, you can see the young'un over there. We have now come into what's known as the cinema room. And what I'll do, I'll just pan the camera straight around and you'll be able to see the layout of the chairs in here. Now this was a room that they brought the patients in to enjoy a film. So it would have actually been a place that may have brought a little bit of joy to an otherwise joyless, is joyless a word? You're the teacher, a joyless existence, mate.
Yeah, I mean, it's so strange with sort of just chairs everywhere, but where we are, we're set well back away from the main building, so we've got to come through the car park to get in this part, so sort of in the back of your mind you do really feel like isolated in this part, and I think maybe we just kind of sit and listen, because there's no one, we know where everybody is now because everyone's accounted for in that main room.
I'll just pan the camera around while we just call out then, mate.
Yeah.
If there is anybody in here with us, can you move something? Can you come towards us? Are you in the car? What was that? Are you in the car? What was that? Are you in the car? What was that?
Did you hear that?
I heard a big noise, I thought it was you.
It was one of these chairs. Do you like again, I'm going with Antwerp Mansion here, but you
Yeah.
swear down someone sat, or someone moved on here. Thank you if that was you, you just kind of caught me off guard. Can you try and do it again for me, please?
I mean, obviously, guys, I didn't capture it on camera, but I heard the noise.
It was, I mean, it's so dark I can't see, but I know there's a chair there and there's something there, that another chair.
There's a small chair there, yeah.
It was one of these two.
Okay. Can you do that again?
Clearly you're trying to get our attention, which is fine. Maybe you can try and sit on one of the other chairs, it shows where you are.
Can you close the door? Something on here then.
So strange though.
It was audible as well,
So
so
audible. I'm
yeah.
glad that you, hopefully, I mean the camera surely should have picked that up, but it's definitely one of these two chairs. You try and make that noise again for us, please. We don't mean you any harm, any disrespect. You try and make a noise somewhere else for us to let us know that you're here. I think especially with this part of the building, you're just waiting for something.
yeah.
I think something is going to happen. It's so like really eerily quiet as well.
It does feel like such a mixture of emotions.
Yeah.
I mean, if I just put my torch on just to...
Do put that
Go
back
on.
down as well.
Sorry mate, I need to flip that over. There we go. What I'll show you here as well, guys, this, to show the mixture of emotions down here. This was actually one of the trolleys that carried the deceased. Tap. Is that you making that noise? Can you do that again, please?
It's happening, yeah. Obviously quite hard for the motorbike going past, but
There are taps out here in the corridor though.
that was sort of where I was hearing it from.
Oh.
Sort of where I was hearing it from.
Oh.
Sort of where I was hearing it from.
Oh, something just tapped on the metal then. That was definitely the metal. Thank you. Can you do that again, please?
So yeah,
Ooh, me, yes.
this is got a vibe.
Hasn't it just?
I've never seen this before. Christ almighty. Okay, so the next part of the building is somewhere I'm really intrigued to explore because I've never seen this part done and I haven't seen many people film here either, so it's a massive thanks to Haunted Happenings and the guys for putting us onto this bit now, because where we are is the nurses' quarters, and just after a walk through, it's creepy.
Yeah. This is the first time all night I've felt chest heavy. And as you can see, we're both on edge because we've got complete night vision. We haven't got torches on. We've got a couple of little fire security lights. That's the only light we've got. But when I say I feel chest heavy, it usually means that I'm feeling oppression, I'm feeling the spirit, basically.
It's definitely the spookiest part that we've been in, and
Yeah.
you feel like you need to get going and have a good 20 minutes here, because the guys are miles away from where we are, so we've got a really good go at this bit. So yeah, so we have the nurses' quarters, Newsham Park. Let's see what it's got to offer.
Yeah, come on.
Okay, so if there are any spirits here who would like to come and talk to us, you can use the devices on the floor. You can touch them, go near them, and that'll let us know that you're here with us. Okay, we're just going to move away slightly now, and if you do want to make yourself known, please do. Right, so nurses' quarters. Let's many rooms to explore here, I think.
Yeah.
We'll walk through, we'll get the spirit talker on a minute as well, and we'll just kind of see what's what, but
Yeah, exactly.
come on.
Maybe you could move towards us. You'd make a noise where you are, or move one of the chairs, please. We hope you don't mind us being here. Maybe back when you worked here, it was unthinkable to have two men walking around in the nurses' quarters. Can you make a noise where you are? We can come and find you.
Perhaps if you're walking down that corridor, maybe to start your work, start your shift, maybe you could do it a little bit louder so we could hear your footsteps. I mean you any harm, any disrespect.
Should we try ghost hunting tools?
Could do, yeah. I do take some bloody pictures as well.
Yeah, true. I'm taking some photographs. Maybe you'd like to appear on one? Maybe you're out here in the corridor.
It's just a small room, that isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's not really in there. Yeah.
See, I don't like in here.
Well, again, it's these open windows, isn't it?
Yeah.
Weird.
There's another room again there. What's flashing there?
A couple. Stick your head out the window, I dare you. Oh. Okay. Thank you. You try and do that again. for me, please? Thank you. Are you walking down the corridor? Perhaps you can make one of the other devices go off? Thank you, if that was you who was walking towards the device. If you could do that again to let us know that you're here. Perhaps maybe I've startled you a little bit, so if I move away, maybe you'd do that for us again. Good spot seeing that, by the way.
I do see something flashing on the ceiling.
Again, just as we were saying, in the upper parts of the building, the minute you call it out, it stops, doesn't it? And it's like, I mean, because we were down there, and it's great that we've got the lock off there as well, capturing that. We don't know how long that's been going on for.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But then I moved around there and did see it flash. The same one.
Same one's going on again.
Thank you. Perhaps maybe you could make the other device go off. Again, we've got 2 shots there, haven't we? Perhaps you can make one of the other devices go off.
If you are walking past, then maybe you can stop and say hello. There's another device that will light up. If you go near it, it'll light different colours all the way up to red. Don't be afraid if you knock it off. Nobody's going to shout at you or be angry. My name's Chris. This is Adam.
Hi, hope you're okay. Obviously, you might not get many visitors to this part of the building, so if you do want to come and say hello to us, sort of now's your chance. Thank you. Again, I was coming to get another one of those that you could maybe touch and play with.
Maybe you could come through and tell us your name. Cap all again.
Hopefully, since whomever it may be does like a cat ball, maybe you'd like to come in here and use any one of these. So now we've got 3 more in the room. K2. And yeah, just hopefully we'll start bouncing around.
There's a strong energy out there because that one's still going. Maybe you can move in here with us. Please don't be afraid. We're just here to have a look around and say hello.
It's really going up there, isn't it?
No.
I can just see the reflection there. Perhaps you can maybe show yourself.
Energy's building up now. Expect
what?
Okay, what should we expect? Maybe I'll try
expect something and then the cap ball goes off. That really is ramped up there as well.
Well, hopefully not. Expect spit. Please don't. Is that you lighting up the cat ball? Sounds if you are female or male. Is anyone here with me now?
In all honesty, I knew we wouldn't get anything there.
Yeah.
Purely for the fact that sort of how this has worked, and it's every time you see something, I'll call it out. I think it's more, I'm staying in the shadows, and I'm not gonna sort of throw my voice out there, and it's just, I think this part is very secluded and not many people sort of come here, so I think whoever may be here is going to be quite sort of standoffish to think that they're not going to interact straight away. So I think maybe if we're here for an hour or two, it might sort of maybe build up and show, but great that we've had that in the corridor. So we have had something, and fingers crossed that, you know, when we were down there, that lock-offs maybe captured something else.
Yeah, exactly. But no, I think it's there's one last area that we need to go to, guys, that we need you lot to see. So I think it's time we got up there, mate.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Come on.
Come on.
Let's see. This could be the only episode we'll ever film at Newsham Park, because Grandad doesn't like stairs. And there's a lot of them.
Shut up, your Grandad's got the torch.
Jesus. Bloody warm up here. Okay, so finally here, our last stop in Newsham Park, and we are on the infamous Naughty Boys corridor.
Yeah, some of you watching might say, finally, the ideal place for you.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's now pitch black. It's like 12:30, midnight. And it's, yeah, we've waited all night to get up here, but it feels like we've built the energy up around us, as you guys have seen, to come here. So if Adam flips the camera around and tells you what we've got laid all the way down.
So, as you can see, a brilliant sort of camera shot there of the corridor. We've got cat balls littered all along the floor, and then right at the very end there's a strip light, so if again, just a sensor, so if anything sort of goes near it or crosses it, it should hopefully light up. So yeah, I think probably the best for us, the best protocol is to just sit down and sort of just start calling out, really, and we'll get the spirit talking on things, and
Yeah.
see if anyone wants to come talk to us.
Yeah.
I'll put myself here on the floor.
What's nice and dusty, isn't it?
I know. I think also those sort of being floor level.
Child level.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
Oh, I've set myself right by a door that opens towards me.
That's what we want. And again, got something down there, was it? Again, you think about what this corridor has seen.
Oh, God. Yeah.
Every door sort of behind, every door sort of on this corridor has probably got a horrible, horrible, horrible. See that down there? Yeah, it goes down there. Just like every door on this corridor has got a really horrible story probably to it, and to think how cruel and
Bullet.
think how cruel and barbaric. They're nowhere near here, are they? What the hell's that? If there is anybody here who wants to come and talk to us, can you try and make yourself known now? Perhaps you can light up a device in the corridor, or maybe knock on one of the doors.
Joyce.
Maybe one of the nurses here who looked after the children. If there are any children here, we don't mean you any harm. We're here to put yourself
Hole.
whole.
Wow, well that would be relevant because this would be like the equivalent of being put in the hole.
Were you kept in one of these doors? Or behind one of these doors? Maybe you can show us by opening it. Or maybe you can bang on one of the doors. Let us know that you're here with us.
Bang as loud as you can. Please don't be afraid of us, we don't work.
Caves.
Caves. Hole and caves. What I'll do, I'll take some photos in night mode.
Yeah. Might just be quiet for a minute or two and see.
Scratch.
Scratch.
I mean, again, you can think that probably would have been scratching on these doors, and I'm pretty
That's what I was
sure
going to say, yeah.
if you open them, you will see some very clear scratch marks.
Did somebody scratch you?
Come on, can you try and make one of the devices light up for us, please? They're just little toys for you to play with.
Julie.
Is that who we're talking to? Are you next to Adam?
Come on, I can only imagine.
Patricia.
Patricia, another
What
name.
a name, girl's name.
Oh, it's your foot.
Yeah, sorry, I
Saw
just stretched
something
out.
white.
Come on, we can only imagine sort of what you would have gone through here, and we've got all the sympathy in the world. We know that it's not right, what happened here.
Agree.
Wow, okay.
Yeah.
Look at that. Exactly, so thank you. Yeah, you can see that we know some of the barbaric behaviour that happened in the building, and especially along this corridor. And it certainly wouldn't be accepted now. I think maybe you were just misunderstood. If you could maybe give us a sign that you're up here with us. Maybe you don't mind us being here. Perhaps you can make something light up for us. Maybe knock on one of the doors.
Destroy.
I mean, if you had really strong attachments to this place, that sort of that kind of barbaric behaviour happened, you sort of want the place torn down, wouldn't you? You want to destroy the place.
I have to stand up. Oh, ow.
Come on, Grandad, we've got this on film now. Here we go.
Oh my dear. I've got a dirty bottom.
I have to stand up now, man. Why is I'm just looking at your feet? Oh, do you want to grab that a minute?
Laugh.
Laugh. Yeah, I've got a dirty bottom. So,
trying to get up.
I mean, literally, I will say one thing, guys. I did say it in that way because, you know, I'm fortunate enough to have grandkids, and that's how I'd say it to the grandkids, to try to get them to laugh. So,
I mean, you're trying to make yourself more political there, saying that, you know, you don't swear or curse when you're probably the worst one for it. So,
well, ordinarily I would, but genuinely I did say, you know, I've got a dirty bottom, because maybe a child, you know, would have found, you know, just the word bottom.
Again, I just think they're just laughing at you trying to get up off the floor.
Well, there's also that as well.
There's a number of devices that are on the floor here. Perhaps if I... Oh wow, torch.
Torch.
I literally just put it
You
on
put
there.
your torch on?
Literally right there. Wow.
Okay, so you can see what we're doing.
That's mad, that. Literally, it's the only time I put that on.
Yeah.
Here, isn't it? I mean, I made reference to it on the floor, but the only time we used
You
it...
put it on.
I just wanted to kick the cap on, maybe, to see if someone would maybe move it back, or just to show what they do. But, I mean, I don't know. You obviously put my torch on that way, and maybe it'll flicker.
I mean, they would, yeah, I mean...
Possibly.
Do you like the torch?
Let's see if I want it. Is that shot alright there?
Yeah.
Can you, obviously you can see the torch, maybe you can try and interact with it and make it flash. Or maybe make one of the other devices flash that are on the floor. I mean, when we were setting up, I thought I heard the tap sort of over here, and then obviously it moved up there, had relevant words. I feel a bit encouraged to possibly just open one or two of these extra.
Yeah.
Just to see. Maybe for the close. No, they're all. Said talk.
Talk.
Yeah, I mean, literally, because I couldn't hear it because of the door. I thought it said door. I was like, oh my gosh, but no. Talk. Okay. So maybe you can try and talk to us, or you can see that we've opened a number of doors on the corridor. Perhaps you can maybe try and close one of them. That door's definitely not moving, is it? It's in shot.
It's in shot, yeah.
I don't know, it must be my eyes. It's getting playing tricks on me. I'm a bit tired now. Is there anything you'd like to do or say before we leave? Perhaps maybe give us your name. Or maybe the year that you were here.
Irish.
Irish. I mean, a lot of them potentially would have been the Irish coming over to work at sea. I mean, my own family's rooted in Ireland.
Yeah. Well, it'd be great if you could do one final thing for us, and then we'll leave you in peace. You can maybe make the torch flash, or maybe one of the...
Scratch.
Twice.
Scratch. Interesting.
We're going to have to go now. So we hope you're at peace. We hope you know that even if these doors are closed, you can walk through them. You're not trapped here anymore. You're free to go.
So, Newsham Park mates were actually doing an outro on the Naughty Boys corridor, somewhere we never thought that would be in a million years. So it's just been amazing, hasn't it?
It has. I mean, once again, guys, massive thank you to Haunted Happenings for letting us join them tonight and literally have a roam around one of the top UK destinations for the paranormal. So again, get yourselves booked on and come and have a look for yourselves. But from the perspective of the investigation, it's been really interesting. We started with an S-box, and then the rest of the night just didn't seem relevant for an S-box.
No, it's such a strange place because it's so big and so much stuff has happened here. There's just such a mix of emotions, isn't there? And I think we've encountered quite a lot of that tonight, and it's just in certain areas it's quite sad, certain other areas it's really aggressive, and it's just but again, massive thanks to you guys for all your support, and if it wasn't for you, we wouldn't be in places like this. So, and I think hopefully we'll definitely be coming back at some point soon. It's on our doorstep, and it's one that you've always wanted us to go to, and tick off the bucket list.
Yeah, exactly. As Adam said, guys, listen, massive thanks for all the support. It's if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button for us, please. And on this one, please, guys, loads of you jump on the premiere and join in, and it's fantastic. And then when you've watched it, you forget to go in the comments underneath and leave us a comment, and we would love you to start coming back. And once the premiere's over, duck down into the comments and just leave a little comment on the episode for us. And as we always say, please consider the channel membership, because we can do more and more of this with more support from you guys. But I think for this one, it's time to wrap.
It's time to go. We've got to get going and work tomorrow. So
yeah, exactly. That's what we do for you guys. So thanks very much for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.
Ta-da.
Haunted Scouse. Haunted Scouse.